Greetings and welcome to the, I believe, ninth part of my Shank playthrough, Bad Confession. I'm the solo gamer, aka MattCat, and we're going to be picking up with the Angelo level in Shank. Here we go. So, as the trail of blood would indicate, my buddy from the previous few levels hasn't been having a good day.
What is it, my son?
I'm bleeding to death.
Has returned.
Where is he now?
Coming to stab you.
Heading this way.
I cut my arm off. That sucked.
I look forward to it.
Look at your buddy. You shouldn't be looking forward to this. Given his recent history, I don't think you're stopping Shank either.
Ashes to ashes, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not your friend. I'm gonna kill you. It's like, seriously, these people forget that they're trying to murder you.
I have failed in the eyes of God. Forgive me, Father, for I will sin.
It's called murder. Starting with you.
I should call
Well,
you.
actually not starting with you. You're just next on the list.
You fucked.
Worst nuns ever. And seriously, two of them are like in military gear. How does that not stand out in a crowd or something? It's like someone walks into church and sees these guys wearing that. It's no wonder they're wearing the habits over it. Decking you with chains. And this is actually one of the harder levels in the game, if only because there's one particular section that is absolutely brutally annoying. It's like the fighting parts are actually pretty easy. You don't run into a whole lot of complex battles. What you will run into are some of the most platform hardcore challenging levels in the game. This whole section is nothing but some of the most brutal platforming. Mostly because of a particular hazard that you will have to combat. Dude, oversized security guard should not be irritating me now. I'm going to kill him for that. Yes, that's right. I am putting chains around your neck and choking you. What are you going to do about it? Alright, that's it. Let's wrap this up. And crunch on his neck. Sure, his larynx is sore. Next. Now let's see what else we got. Now what I like about this particular level is that it tries very hard to balance the platforming with the combat. And that, is admirable. But unfortunately there's a particularly harsh platforming section that just irritates the crud out of me every time. And is absolute nightmare if you're trying to do it as a 100% death-free playthrough. You will just be hating this level. Ooh, grenades, booze, rotted skull. Okay. Now watch this. I'm about to get shot and plummet. Ow! Okay, somebody's gonna pay for that.
Determined. Hey, Shank.
Blessed are the determined indeed, Angelo. I'm still gonna kill you. He's got this sinister minister thing going on, but you'd swear he's acting like he's not a bad guy. It's like, dude, you've committed enough murder that you make me look nice. Well. Seriously, it's ironic that someone like Shank is the most sympathetic character in the game when his primary profession before it started was mafia thug and enforcer. It's like, really? You just went out of your way to make these people hateable. Sucks to be them. Thank you for not blowing holes in my roof, damn it. Of course, I guess Angelo owns the building, so he can blow holes in it if he wants. But this is the part I mentioned earlier. This is the platforming section that I just absolutely hate. Because what you'll be dealing with is Angelo firing the rockets while trying to platform and fight off enemies. Now it's double-sided because the rockets are non-discriminatory. They will kill anything they hit, which makes certain fighting sections easier. But at the same time, one of the biggest problems you'll run into is that it makes the platforming sections unpredictable and at times almost completely unmanageable. Whee! Oh, and I got hit by the rocket. And he got hit by the rocket too. Now watch this. I'm about to get killed by a rocket while holding someone else. Giblet chunks. Ooh, and I took one step and hit the rocket. Like I said, they will annoy the crap out of you in this level. Now, throughout this level, I used a lot of the machetes and the chains. They're still my two favorite weapons in the game. The chainsaw is still pretty cool. Oop, it died. But it doesn't have as much use in the later levels, where the machete, blade, punch combo allows you to just pummel groups of enemies and pin them down without getting hurt. And if you have the shotgun, it allows you to instantly, combo, create space, and then go back into the combo by simply using a sort of blade, slice, shot, jump, pounce, slice, repeat. And you'll essentially just be juggling them over and over. And that's one of the things about this, later part of the game, is it's when you start getting all the weapon combinations you can just really start wrecking things. And it's actually one of the things about Shank 2 that I thought was well done was that they really sort of kept the combo focus, but they used a lot more balance in how you got the weapons and how quickly you acquired them. Because it felt like in this game you just started getting weapons right from the get-go, and by the end of it, half the weapons you had you didn't even need. A good example of that is like when you start with the chainsaw and the blades and the pistols. But by this point in the game, all you'll be using is blades, machetes, shotgun, grenades, and occasionally the chains. Mostly because the chains can be used for defensive purposes, but that's it. Oh, right into the rocket. And here's another one. And I died. Good thing about this level, tons of checkpoints. And you can expect that to be a primary feature in the next level too. As we get closer and closer to the end game. Like I said, there's some good platforming in this level. But those missiles make it difficult. And this dude trying to get the drop on me. I do apologize that some of the sections are pretty dark. But that's not my recording equipment or anything. That is the game itself. Sometimes the lighting in the game is not so goodly. But as you can see, it's not bad enough that you can't play or make the game more difficult. It just takes a little getting used to. And if it really bothers you that much, adjust the brightness on your TV. But what you're going to be seeing in this game is it's just, a lot of interesting backgrounds, well animated characters, and lots of violence. And right now we're getting towards another section of the game where you have some serious platforming. And then I think we're getting in the boss battle, but I don't remember exactly how long that is. Now here is another one of these bridge fights where you're in basically an enclosed space just fighting for your life. And this one they chose not to do the silhouette thing on, which is kind of weird. But that's alright. But here's where it gets interesting, because I think this is where you start seeing the missiles return in a moment. Yep, there's Angelo laughing. And the missiles will be shortly following. There we go. And this is actually a section where it's better not to fight. It's just better to run like blazes and keep moving. Because if you can keep ahead of the missiles, here's the boss fight. Yeah, dude sounds like a retarded joker. That laugh sucks.
And ye shall find.
I am so gonna kill you.
What could you possibly seek? What could satisfy a man who has lost so much?
Not the question to ask.
Revenge.
Does he really think this is going to end well? And people who've played the game know that that's actually a surprise, but I won't spoil it for those who don't. And this is actually a boss fight that is somewhat repetitive. It's kind of cool because of the fact that Angelo uses not only a massively powerful pistol, like that, but he also is one of the few characters who has more projectile attacks than he has close range attacks. If only because he likes to barrage you with the pistols. He has just the sliding kick and like the backflip. And other than that, he just shoots the crud at you. Now the good thing is, you can somehow block his bullets despite the fact that he's using what looks like Desert Eagles. Which should be impossible to block, period, without anything like a 2-foot steel shield. And again, video game laws and rules are always cool, but they're always weird. It's like, how does he survive 10 bullets to the body? It doesn't matter. Video games. If it was really meant to be realistic, these games would be boring as hell. Well, we're wrapping up here. And this concludes part 9. With Shank buried under debris. It isn't the end of the story yet, though, and we'll continue that in the next Let's Play video with me, MattCat.